Hello, we are going to talk about closer economic partnership arrangement. We will speak about some important points and things that we consider important. We are Cintia Castro, Alberto Mojica, and Juan Pablo Muñoz. Objective: the principal objective of the closer economic partnership arrangement is to facilitate and support the development of trade and industry, so they try to consolidate and enhance their good relations with trading partners and promote bilateral and regional economic and trade cooperations, maintain a fair and stable trade regime, and ensure that Hong Kong fulfills in its international obligations. Actively participate in international trade organizations and promote trade and investment, liberalization and facilitation. Assist Hong Kong's enterprises in exploring foreign markets. And the last one is to support Hong Kong's enterprises, especially small and medium enterprises, and encourage them to enhance their competitiveness by adding value to their products and services. Members and location. The closer economic partnership arrangement is located at Trade and Industry Tower number 3, Concord Road, Kowloon City, and is a bilateral preferential agreement signed among China, Hong Kong, and Macau, which opens up the China market by providing zero tariff after accession. This paper sheds light to the impacts of the CEPA on merchandise trade with an in-depth analysis on export efficiency. Despite that merchandise trade has already been fully liberalized, the estimation results indicate that the efficiency of exports to China has been on the decline since 2000. Activities and programs. Among the programs and activities that they have is the commercial dealings with other countries for the exchange of merchandise. Within those deals we find the idea of always benefiting the parties, since it seeks to facilitate trade and to generate and stimulate a greater number of exports for the parties. We have, for example, the Free Trade Agreement and Investment Agreement signed between Hong Kong and Australia in March of 2019, that was officially on January 17, 2020, providing Hong Kong traders and investors with legal certainty and more favorable access to the Australian market, while creating more business opportunity and enhancing trade and investment flows between Hong Kong and Australia. The agreements which cover trade in goods, trade in service, investments, government procurement, intellectual property, competition, and other related areas are comprehensive, modern, and of high standard. The commitments they made to each of other far exceed to World Trade Organization commitments, thereby enabling the goods, service, and investments to enter each other's markets under more preferential terms. Against the prevailing uncertainties in the global economic environment, those agreements provide high transparency and predictability for trade and investment.
It's important to mention that the economic partnership arrangement supports small-medium enterprises, supports service to Hong Kong industries, dedicates funds on branding, upgrading, and domestic sales, and also working group on industrial, commercial, and professional sectors. The Basic Law provides the HKSAR may on its own, using the name Hong Kong, China, maintain and develop relations and conclude the implement agreement with relevant international organizations in the economic and trade fields, among others. The Trade and Industry Department coordinates HKSAR's participation in the World Trade Organization, the Pacific Economic Corporation, the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development's Trade Committee, and the Pacific Economic Cooperation Council. Trade relations with Mexico. The Hong Kong Special Administrative Region (HKSAR) is firmly committed to an open market policy which applies to all trade as well as to all investment in the HKSAR. Hong Kong has been a special administrative region of the PRC since the 1st of July of 1997. The one country, two system principle provides the HKSAR with a high degree of autonomy in economic, trade, financial, and monetary matters. This is granted by the Basic Law, which ensures the continuation of Hong Kong's capitalist economic and trade system, and the free movement of goods and capital. Hong Kong remains a free port and a separate custom territory with its own custom boundaries. Tariff preference and other similar arrangements obtained by the HKSAR continue to be enjoyed exclusively by the HKSAR. The Basic Law also provides the HKSAR may participate in relevant international organizations and international trade agreements under the name of Hong Kong, China. In 1986, Hong Kong became a separate contracting party to the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade. Accordingly, Hong Kong was one of the founding members of the World Trade Organization when it was established on January 1st, 1995. Hong Kong also became a member of the Customs Cooperation Council, subsequently renamed the World Customs Organization in 1987. Also the Asia-Pacific Economic Corporation in 1991, after July 1st, 1997. Hong Kong's status in these and the other international organizations remain unchanged, except that their participation is now under the name of Hong Kong, China. It's important to mention that the economy of Hong Kong is extremely oriented and highly dependent on trade with the rest of the world. Hong Kong economy, as measured by GDP in real terms, recorded a growth of 3.0% in 2018. Hong Kong was the seventh largest trading economy in goods, the eighth largest exporter, and the eighth largest importer. In 2018, Mexico ranked the largest among Hong Kong trading partners in Latin America and 22nd worldwide. Reportedly, Hong Kong was Mexico's 37th ranking trading partner in 2018. The bilateral trade in goods between Hong Kong and Mexico amounted to $42.1 billion in 2018, increased by 18.4% from 2017. The average annual growth rate from 2014 to 2018 was 4.3%. In 2018, Hong Kong exports of goods to Mexico amounted to 22 million. Major domestic exports to Mexico included general industrial machinery and equipment, machine parts, electrical machinery, apparatus and appliances, electrical parts, and manufactures of metals.
Business opportunities: Hong Kong has positioned itself as a viable and attractive solution for Mexican investments and companies that want to internationalize in Asian markets, particularly China. We see the Mexican economy developing with great opportunities to enter the Asian market with agro-industrial products as well as tequila, mezcal, and avocado. This is the time for them to turn to see Hong Kong as the gateway to the Chinese market. This country also has a good business environment that allows total security for Mexican investments, and due to China's economic growth, the region has become the new pole of wealth generation and one of the main centers of global finance. Hong Kong offers competitive advancement, has a tax rate of 16.5%, and there is no value added tax. Another important thing is that Hong Kong has grown in recent years in an unimaginable way since currently Mexican entrepreneurs have decided to turn to the Asian Pacific market to be part of the great business opportunities in which it is considered to the best tax-free economy in the world. Mexico and Hong Kong signed an agreement for the reciprocal promotion and protection of investments to promote greater legal certainty to investors, reported the Ministry of Economy. When the agreement is approved, the network of bilateral investment agreements signed by Mexico will reach 30. The document was signed in Davos, Switzerland, by the Undersecretary for Foreign Trade Luz Maria de la Mora Sanchez and the Secretary of Commerce and Economic Development of the Government of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region of the People's Republic of China, Edward Yau Tang Wao. With the April Investment Protection Agreement, both countries seek to deepen bilateral economic relations and offer the business community modern and state-of-the-art provisions, granting non-discriminatory treatment to their investors, compensation in the event of expropriation or nationalization, allowing the free transfer of capital and access to international arbitration for the settlement of disputes, the agency explained.